Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Less than an hour left of 2020. Less than an hour left before the start of a new year. And for most of America, 2021 can't come soon enough. Good evening, everyone. At 11 o'clock on this December 31st, I'm Bill Ritter. Sade has the night off. Take a look at some live pictures from Times Square. It is not what we're used to seeing, not in the least, on December 31st. No throngs of revelers jammed together, shoulder to shoulder, eagerly awaiting the big ball drop to ring in the new year. Instead, the only people allowed to be there in those bullpens, as you can see from Newscopter 7, are the heroes of 2020, the doctors, the nurses, the first responders. And yes, teachers are down there as well. Like always, Ryan Seacrest is there as well. Ryan, Happy New Year to you. We've been watching your show all night. You asked President-elect Biden about his outlook. And from the man who last week said the darkest days are ahead, you got him to say he was optimistic about America and Americans. And watching you tonight, I sense that's your message as well, hopeful.
It is, and I think we're all feeling that way, and we're all very excited about the next few moments leading up to midnight and celebrating the new year. Like you said, it's very different in Times Square, but we're going to try and bring some incredible energy. Jennifer Lopez is going to perform, and we will all ring in the new year together, Bill.
Cyndi Lauper sang about hope. We saw it. It's sort of palpable there. Last time I saw you on TV together, we were talking like this with Kelly Ripa on your morning show. It was my first day back at work, coming back to Eyewitness News after having the virus. I remember it, April 13th. The reality of this year, Ryan, I know you're feeling it as hosting this big event.
Absolutely. We all are, and we all are looking forward to what's to come in the new year. We've been through a tough one, but together...
Eyewitness News at 5 is coming up next, and for a preview, here's Mark Brown.
All right, David, Ellen, thank you. Ahead for us here on Eyewitness News at 5, we'll have the latest on that tragic crash in Westlake, which has now claimed a second young victim. The driver, a prominent businesswoman, now being investigated for street racing and DUI. And the numbers are disturbing. Hispanics accounting for almost half of all COVID-19 deaths in California. One expert saying the virus is causing historic decimation of the community. And this is why it's not a good idea to leave anything inside your vehicle. A hungry and persistent bear breaking into an SUV. What was it going after? And did it get it? Find out next, right here at 5.
This is Eyewitness News, now at 5.
Right now on Eyewitness News at 5, a brazen ambush on two sheriff's deputies, a dramatic carjacking, and tense hours-long standoff just days later. The connection revealed today.
Graphic details emerging in a deadly accident in Westlake Village. A second young victim dying of his injuries today. The driver now facing some very serious charges.
And stunning new numbers out today lay bare the toll COVID-19 is taking on the Latino community here in California. Hello, I'm Colleen Sullivan in for Michelle Tuzzi. This is Eyewitness News at 5. We're live right now on ABC 7, ABC7.com, and streaming on the ABC 7 Los Angeles app and Hulu Live.
I'm Mark Brown. We begin at 5 with a major announcement in the case of two sheriff's deputies shot in Compton.
Days after the shooting, a Linwood neighborhood was gripped in fear as a carjacking suspect holed up inside a residence.
And today we learned that these two incidents were in fact related. Authorities keeping the connection under wraps for 2 full weeks. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Miriam Hernandez with more.
The gunman who allegedly ambushed.
Breaking now on Eyewitness News. Powerful storms sparking tornado warnings, knocking down trees, power lines, and burning an SUV.
A CTA train derailed by a downed limb.
Everything started shaking, and then next thing we know, it was just like in between a tree.
Pounding rain, strong winds, and the threat's not over.
Rounds of rain and high winds. I'll have the latest track and timing.
Chicago's massive COVID-caused budget shortfall taking another big hit.
Lollapalooza officially canceled.
The emotional farewell for George Floyd in his hometown.
I want justice for my brother.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 10 starts right now.
We're starting tonight with that AccuWeather alert. Strong storms sparking tornado warnings tonight. The funnel clouds spotted far south of Chicago. Tornado sirens going off in northwest Indiana. And then this video just into the newsroom from Gilman, Illinois, down in Iroquois County. You could see that funnel cloud there. Reports of a tornado as well. And then closer to the city, powerful winds knocking down trees and power lines. One of those lines landed on that SUV, catching it on fire. And this is all part of what's left of Tropical Storm Cristobal, and the threat is not over.
We have team coverage for you tonight, but let's begin with Meteorologist Cheryl Scott. Cheryl.
Right now at 10, search for a mass shooting motive. 5 people shot, 2 killed at a West Houston home, a baby inside unharmed.
I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy.
Sobering milestone. 250,000 Americans dead from COVID-19. Here in Texas, new cases, deaths, and hospitalizations all trending up. And tonight, Houston area hospitals report the highest number of patients in almost 3 months. A quote from Governor Greg Abbott going viral tonight. He said a statewide shutdown will not happen here. The exit interview. The outgoing head of Harris Health tells ABC 13 about his greatest concerns moving forward. But we're finding glimmers of hope tonight. Pfizer plans to seek emergency approval for its vaccine by week's end. And the FDA greenlights the first rapid in-home test. It could be on store shelves by spring.
Well, you can see it is a heavy news night here in Houston with a rise in homicides and also a rapid acceleration of COVID cases.
So tonight we'll navigate the difficult headlines to help gain some understanding about what's going on. We start with that mass shooting at a West Houston home here, happening as HPD wrestles with a spike in violent crime, and the numbers show they're struggling to solve them.
13 Investigates Head Oberg spent a few nights with HPD detectives facing that uphill battle. But we start with ABC 13's Stefania Coley with the breaking update on this latest act of violence. Stefania?
Gina and Eric, good evening to you both. This shooting here on Manor Park Grove in the Briar Forest neighborhood, leaving 6 shot, 3 dead. That's including the shooter. We just got an update. The shooter has died. A 3-month-old baby was found inside, luckily alive, but still a very sad day in this neighborhood. We're told that all of those who were shot are family.
You know, tons of cops started pouring in. This whole lane was filled up with cops.
Just moments.
6 ABC joins you in celebrating Polish American Heritage Month. Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Deuces Rogers, meteorologist Cecily Tynan, and Jim Gardner.
It is Thursday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is a shooting at a gathering right after a funeral this afternoon in Ardmore, Delaware County. Action News reporter George Solis is live in the 2600 block of East County Line Road. George, what are the details there?
An atmospheric river in spring will deliver a soaking starting this weekend. I'll have a closer look at the storm coming up.
Big changes coming here at Lake Merritt when it comes to cars like that and food trucks like this.
Bringing restaurants and retailers outdoors. A look at the changing economy for some Bay Area cities. California is rolling out a new wave of unemployment benefits. How it works and who qualifies. ABC 7 News starts right now.
Building a better Bay Area for a safe and secure future. This is ABC 7 News.
ABC 7 News is dedicating more resources to building a better Bay Area, and we're focusing on issues that you're dealing with on a daily basis, which includes health, education, the changing workplace, and the economy.
That's right, and tonight there is a growing list of cities across the region working under the governor's guidelines, planning for restaurant and retail life once we are allowed to reopen. ABC 7 News reporter Amanda Del Castillo has our details on the widespread push for outdoor dining.
Local restaurants and retailers are expected to look much different post-pandemic.
ABC 30 Action News live at 11 starts now.
We are about an hour away from the end of Fresno's shelter-in-place order. Businesses have been given the go-ahead to reopen with health and safety protocols in place. Governor Gavin Newsom gave the go-ahead for the return of retail and restaurants statewide. And many Valley businesses are anxious to get back to work. Action News reporter Natalie Granda has more on what's reopening and what customers will need to know before going inside those stores.
Malls in Fresno will soon be coming back to life after months of barren parking lots and silent stores.
All retail shops will be open in the city of Fresno.
See what's happening this instant. ABC 11 Eyewitness News at 11 starts right now.
New tonight on Eyewitness News, flash flooding leaving a big mess in parts of the viewing area. Water overtaking roads. Part of I-95 remains closed tonight. Right now, we are guiding you through what to expect in the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Steve Daniels. You're watching Eyewitness News at 11. We're also streaming on ABC11.com and the ABC 11 app.
And I'm Tisha Powell. A couple of local school districts making changes to their operations tomorrow. Johnston County Schools and Wayne County Schools will have remote learning days for all students.
Tonight, we have live team coverage showing you the impact of the flash flooding on our area. Joel Brown is in Wake County, Josh Chapin along I-95 in Johnston County, where a section of 95 remains closed right now. But let's begin with Chief Meteorologist Chris Holman in our downtown Raleigh First Alert Storm Center with a look at those rising rivers tonight. Chris?
Right, Steve. As the flash flooding subsides, the river flooding continues to increase. That's always a bit delayed as that water runs off into rivers and streams. Around Rocky Mount, again, not going to be record crest, but still.